turn them up. More. Ladies and gentlemen, rock my world! Hello, how are we all this evening? That's good, that's good. So stand up. Yes, I'm hopefully going to do some jokes and you're going to laugh. Preferably at the jokes, not at me. Although if you do laugh at me, at least I could convince myself that you were laughing at the jokes while I'm alone with a bottle of alcohol, cry myself into a coma. No, but it's stand-up comedy. We love to sort of like start off with a nice little guilt trip, you know. You smile and nod to what I'm saying, lest you contribute one more member to the Concrete and Swimming River Raven Committee. So, stand-up for me is quite difficult because I kind of try to do it on the fly. I don't really write anything down, mostly because I grew up in Wiltshire and we never learned how to read up there. Growing up in Wiltshire is quite a strange thing. It's a magical place in the sense of fire and brimstone, not fairy tales and dreams coming true. There's this sort of thing where if a lantern was flying over, it'd just be like, you know, I can show you the world. Shit, never mind, that's Wiltshire. I'm seriously stealing that wheelchair, you massive pikey chav. No, but growing up in Wiltshire was great. Got myself a couple of jobs, and I kind of went down the route of typical salesman job. Got myself a job at Homes for You, which was interesting, to say the least. Very interesting. But no, some of the customers you get in there, it's just, when you're a kid and you're just sort of like, you're growing up, you look at all the adult things and you think to yourself like, oh, I can't wait to grow up and do adult things. You have all these little imaginations to yourself, just like, oh, if I could be a superhero and I could save everyone. And now you just, when you get older, you think to yourself, fuck me, if I was a superhero, I would end the lives of so many bastards around me. God, you get it, that guy would get it, that guy would definitely fucking get it. But no, working in Homes for You was an interesting experience, especially for customers. You'd have some very, very interesting people coming to there. Particularly one of my favourites was one woman who walked in and she just took off her shoes in the middle of the store and started peeling sheets of skin off her feet. And I walked up to her and tried to drop the hint quite heavily. I was just like, can I fucking help you, madam? And she just goes, do you think cats have souls? But of course you're paid to be polite, so you just go, yeah, of course they have souls. They got 9 of them, right? Saves a life. No, absolutely. But one of the guys that we used again and very oftenly was the sort of typical person who had a very construed opinion of what a 14-day return meant. Now, for those who have worked in retail, 14-day returns are one of these things where if you buy a product and it goes wrong, you can bring it back. That's the whole point. But when you're sat at your desk and you're just minding your own business, some guy walks in and he slams this molten chunk of plastic in front of him and he goes, here, mate, 14-day return. And you just look at it and you just go, right, care to explain what that is? Yeah, it's broken. Yes, it is now. Well done. And he goes, yeah, mate, it is, it's 14-day return. It's just like, this isn't even a phone, sir, this is a toaster. It's like, no, mate, it doesn't work, 14-day return. And it's just like, there's shit in this. That might be a problem. Do you have insurance? No, I don't need it, mate. You do? No, don't need to make 14-day return. And it's just like, well, lovely. Welcome to my, let me introduce you to my accomplice. His name is from the town Fuck. Please follow him away to the exit. But to sort of accommodate for this, I sort of did what many people did to deal with their problems, and I started drinking. It's a lovely thing, isn't it? Worked brilliantly for my parents. Anyway, no, but and drinking for me in the early stages was a bit of a tragic situation in the sense that I made a complete cock of myself. So when I was 17, I tried to beer bong 2 bottles of red wine and ended up trying to kill a Domino's delivery boy because I figured that there was 1 of him, 6 of us, and why pay for the pizzas? When they could be free. But so I tried to think to myself, I thought, well, right, you need a way to cope with this, you need a way to sort of remain in control when you've had a couple of drinks. So I came up with the system of Star Command, as I like to call it. And I put this into practice in my first year of university when I was going to a Halloween party, and there was a girl there that I quite liked at the time as well, so it was a big game moment. You had to try and make sure that you didn't make a complete arse of yourself. And we started playing a game of Ring of Fire. And Ring of Fire is quite a simple game. You have a cup in the middle, you put a bunch of cards around the outside, and whoever draws up the last king gets to drink everything that's in the cup. Guess who gets the last card? Yeah, that's right. So I down the drink and straight away I'm just like, oh god, no, that was a bad idea. But never mind, Spock has taken the helm. He's there with Picard, even though we're there from different series, I think. But Picard's there and he's just there going, set thrusters to sexy and So there I am, I'm marching around the room thinking I am the absolute dog's bollocks. It's just sort of like, enemy starships. That's other guys. Engage, manly handshake. Told you it was arm wrestle. Fuck, you've been dominant. Remove yourself from my competition. But so this carries on for a while. Then all of a sudden, Picard's up there and he's getting a couple of status reports from Scotty down in engineering. And the problem starts where he's just going, excellent. Now left leg move. Right leg. No, forward. There we go. But then Scotty starts getting more and more panicked. He's there going, Captain, you'd best go. Let's take a look at some of these readings. And it's just like, what's wrong, Scotty? What's wrong? Well, we've just had a report from Bladder, and it's just like, really? How did that go? Well, the message went along like this: everything is leaking. That would be something I'd be quite worried about. Lower intestine, something is on the way. We don't know what. Well, so I had to find myself a nice quiet place to try and recuperate. It was time to leave the battle zone and just sort of find a place to stealth out. I'm there, I'm huddled, all of a sudden, getting my breathing under control. Picard, he's like, cool guys, we got this. The door creaks open. It's one of the guys I beat in an arm wrestle earlier. He comes in and he's looking at me and he knows I'm in a bad way and he's just like, having a rough night, are you? And it's just like, no. I'm alright. And he goes, well, you know, mate, don't worry about it, eh? Slaps me on the back. Picard's up in the head, and before he can even get a word out, it's just evasive. There are red shirts being pasted all across the wall in front of me, on the carpet, all over the place. It's all a complete and utter fuck up. I'm just thinking to myself, how could this possibly get worse? Well, let me tell you how it got worse. Picard got ejected out of the fucking command centre, and now we've gone sub-command to some random drunken git who's going, take all the clothes off and throw them in the shower. This is like, excellent idea, let's do that. Then I'm there, half naked with a fucking bolt brush, trying to scrape the shit off of the carpet and get everything clean before anyone finds out. Somehow, I managed to get away from that. Managed to come away. So, you know, a couple of episodes later, Picard came back into my head and everything was good. But, no, essentially the moral message of that is don't use alcohol to solve your problems. Use something better. Meth is actually pretty fucking good. But yeah, no, thank you very much. I'm now going to go backstage and hope I did well.